What's going on, my people? It's your boy Neon Sex, and I love feet, and I love playing Titans, and I also love Sunspots. Today we're gonna be talking about them. I'm gonna show you how to make Sunspots on any Titan Subclass. Hello there, and if you haven't stopped watching yet, I appreciate the fuck out of ya. Since you're being supportive of me, I'm gonna return the favor and give you all my most guarded secret in Shadowkeep. Before we continue, I want to apologize for my mic quality. I'm using my Astro headset and it sounds really shitty on the computer. But without further ado, here's the main event, the moment y'all been waiting for. I'm gonna tell you how to do it, no fillers, just what you need. I'm gonna have a more in-depth section on testings and findings, and more talk about sunspots and how they work. It's gonna be ideal for people new to Destiny and veterans alike. So, let's dive into the tutorial, and let me tell you what's going on. Currently in our sandbox, Phoenix Cradle exotic boots for the Titan are either bugged or have a hidden exotic perk, which allows any Titan subclass besides Code of the Siege Breaker, which is bottom tree hammer, to create sunspots when you kill a burning target. Once you make that sunspot, Beacons of Empowerment kicks in, which is the exotic perk, the actual exotic perk for Phoenix Cradle, which makes Sun Warrior last twice as long, and allies who pass through your sunspots are granted Sun Warrior. So you're gonna be able to get the benefit from this buff and also give it to your teammates without even using bottom tree hammers. And here's how you do it. The easiest way is to get a solar subclass. So not bottom tree hammer, either Code of the Devastator, which is middle tree hammer, or Code of the Fire Forge, which is top tree hammer. All you need to do is get a solar grenade kill, and an invisible sunspot will spawn. You see that? So this invisible sunspot lasts roughly 2.5 seconds. So you want to get there as soon as possible. You have 2.5 seconds to get to that spot where something was killed with a burn, and there will always be an invisible sunspot for you. 2.5 seconds. So the most efficient way to do this is get kills up close so that you can immediately get that sunspot. So that was one way of getting sunspots. I'm going to show you another method, but first let's go back to the basic premise of making sunspots. You make sunspots whenever an enemy dies from a burn, or whenever you deal the finishing blow on an enemy that still has burn applied at the moment of death. So what that means is you can create sunspots with weapons that cause burns, like Polaris Lance and the Prospector. Sadly, Jotun's burn does not trigger sunspots. Neither does Hammer Strike and Top Tree Hammer. That burn also doesn't trigger sunspots for some reason, even though it's a burn. So let's just summarize to make things easier. Summarize the only things that have burns that produce sunspots outside of bottom tree hammers. First up is grenade kills. Any solar grenade kills will generate sunspots. Also remember, the sunspots make supers last longer, and it also cuts your super consumption. Look at how many hammers I throw here.
If just being born is the greatest act of creation, then what are you supposed to do after that?
Also, burns from Polaris lands perfect fifth, and the prospector creates sunspots. Last way, killing targets that were affected by an allied guardian's burn. A hunter's knife burn, a warlock melee burn, and an incendiary grenade burn coming from any class in the game. See here how my friend's incendiary grenade triggers a sunspot. I'm using middle tree, and he's using top tree. Delicious. That's how you make sunspots in any Titan subclass. And some closing comments. I still have some testing to do. I gotta test if Warlock Solar Grenade triggers sunspots, and also fusion grenades. See if the Warlock's fusion grenades are triggering sunspots. But anyways, that's it for me. I'm gonna leave a video running, and this video is just some tests that we did in PvP, just to see how sunspot affects all the supers in the game. I think we missed like 2. But anyways, thank you for stopping by, for your support. Like and subscribe. I love feet. I was Neon Sex. Glad to make this tutorial for you.